Spike here, and we are here to give you a bit of an update on what you need to do if you've missed class at all over the last couple weeks or the last couple days. We're going to try to use this video to help you get back on track. So, just be ready to kind of maybe take note on what you need to do to get back on track. I'm going to put Spike back in the cage. So yeah, if we haven't seen you for a while, we really miss having you in class, and we're looking forward to getting back here together at school at some point, hopefully in the next couple weeks, months, who knows. But until then, we can work from home and we can work together, and that's the biggest thing I'd really like to stress here is let's work together. Let's have a kind of conversation, and let's figure out ways that you can answer your questions in case you're lost. There's going to be some, especially if we switch to a home learning situation, there's going to be some systems set up that will help you to figure out what you need to do in science. One system I set up already for some of you, and I will include this checklist also with the email that's coming out that's sending you this video, is this checklist. And this is a checklist of everything that we've needed to do from the last unit, which is the first mini unit. Oh, please, Spike. First mini unit that we did, which was giving back to nature. And you can see that all of these things right here up to here are all, these four things are from that last unit, Unit 5. And then we started a new unit recently, which is Unit 6, and that's called Sparking Changes at AISB. And you can see all the things that you need to do up to that point. These three things we haven't got to yet, but as we get to them, it will update over in the find in. So it says not posted right now. As we get to it, it will tell you more about that. So the idea is you check that you've done that thing, and the way that you can be sure you've done it is you read what that thing is. You figure out where you find it. If you have any questions, look in that place to see, did I do this reading? You can go to Google Classroom, look for the reading called Ecosystems and Climate Change, and then you'll see here some notes. There's a note sheet in Google Classroom for this, and then once you're done with that reading, you can take the quiz. The quiz is found in email. If you don't have an email for me, most likely you don't, then let's set up a time that I can email you the quiz, and you can take it, and then we'll get you caught up. So this is a system that you can use to kind of check off where you're at, and as you check things off, if there's something you're still confused on, that you've read and you've looked in the place and you've read the notes and you still don't know what you need to do, then contact someone. Feel free to contact me by email, and I'm happy to get back to you. We can also do other forms of communication that are more convenient to you. So that is the checklist. It's the most important thing that you can do right now to get yourself caught up in science, because it will help you to figure out what you need to do and ask the questions that you need to do to get back on track. So that's what you need to do. But let me just, if you're interested, if you want to know kind of what we've been doing in class these last couple weeks, let me just kind of go over a couple things. So you know that you have, so if we go into Classroom here, here's the Giving Back to Nature links. And one of the things that each unit has is a quiz. So we've taken a quiz. There was an organizer, a Stability and Change in Ecosystems organizer, and you'll find you can find digital copies of this organizer here, even a digital copy that you can type in, so you don't have to worry about like printing it out and writing on it. So that will be maybe helpful to you. And then everyone did this project proposal form. It's basically to help you to think about what kind of project you would do if you were to do a project for this unit. Because remember, you can choose a project about giving back to nature, ecosystems in Hungary, or you can do a project about sparking changes at AISB, and that's a way that we can change the school, and that's what we're into right now. So then the next unit, there is a similar pattern where you have a reading, and you're working on your reading to be able to take a quiz, and that quiz can be done by contacting me, and I can send you that quiz. If we switch to a home learning situation, then we would take that quiz on Zoom next week. The quiz is going to be for 8.1, 8.2, and 8.3 on Monday, this coming Monday, and for 8.4 on Tuesday. And then the last thing I want to show you is this Change a System slideshow. And the idea is this is the phenomenon for our new unit. If we're trying to spark changes at AISB, then let's look at how people have started changes in other places in the world. And this is Sustainable City Dubai. You can watch this video. I would strongly recommend watching this because I think it's pretty interesting to see how they've designed a state-of-the-art futuristic city in Dubai. And then the question is, how can they afford to do this in Dubai? Why would someone choose to live in a sustainable city that seems to be a lot more expensive than maybe just a normal villa situation in Dubai? So check that out. Give it a quick look. You could flip through the slideshow to kind of see what it is that we're doing. This is our new organizer for the new unit, and this is the activity we're going to do together in class next week. We're going to try to figure out the system of cleaning wastewater, because I'm going to ask you, if you haven't been in class, you may not know this, I'm going to ask you to take a system from AISB and to change that system to map that system by trying to figure out how it works, what are the parts of the system, and how do those parts go together, and how do these things use things like fossil fuels. And if it uses fossil fuels, then why is that? Why could that be a bad thing? And the idea of renewable versus non-renewable, we talked about that in class. And then we looked at data from Hungary and Denmark or Austria to try to figure out how Hungary uses energy. Then we went into this idea of how to change a system, and these concepts are ways that if you want to change a system in any kind of situation, these are things you need to consider. In companies especially, there are stakeholders. Those stakeholders have values and goals, and if we understand those, we can better make a change. And the idea would be to find a win-win-win, so that as many stakeholders in the situation are going to get things out of that situation. So I would, if you get a chance, watch that Dubai video and be thinking about how this system changed, and then we will get into that next week. So that's the quick update on science class for the last couple of weeks. I hope it's been helpful. As always, guys, please feel free to send an email, send me a message, however you'd like. I think they've opened up the chat feature on your email, so please chat with me, whatever it is that it takes to help you to feel like you know what you need to do. I want you to do that, and feel free to do that. We'll see you hopefully soon. We miss having you in class, but totally understand if you aren't able to make it with us, to be with us for the next couple weeks, and we will do our best we can to help you to keep doing the learning and to feel connected to the community, because I think that's really actually the most important thing. Science is good, but connection to people is way more important, and let's just connect with each other through this thing called science. All right, take it easy.